July 4th, 2023. We were kids. We'd get the $1 or maybe $3 if we were lucky and go down to the local dime store and get a cap gun. Sometimes 3 or 4 days before the 4th of July. We wouldn't shoot that gun until the 4th. We'd kind of keep it until then. That's what we did. Well, anyway, I made this gun here a couple years back, and it hasn't been fired yet. I think I've got nothing in these compartments. Oh, we got a bullet mold in there. 390. This is a 40 caliber, if I remember right. Somebody asked me one time why I put tags on the guns when you get to be 77. You'll know the answer to that. So this has not been fired then. My sights, no notch in the back. I got kind of a groove in there the way that one was made, and front sight here plenty height, so we should be able to make adjustments there if we need to. Otherwise, it has a Siler lock and Green River barrel. That was a company that was working back in the, I don't know how far back to go, but I bought the barrel sometime in the mid to early 80s, along with some other barrels. They have a reputation of being a very good barrel, and like I say, this one's in 40 caliber. So the Siler lock, I've got a single set trigger on this. One of the reasons for my tags, this is a William Kane single set trigger. You got to push it forward to set it. And I put a pin through the front here to hold the barrel into the stock. So if I take that, push that out, along with this back screw here, I can remove the barrel for easier cleaning. So we'll see if we do it that way. Otherwise, we're going to shoot this gun today, and we'll see if we can make some sighting adjustments and get some idea of how it might group. And we're going to have some fun shooting it. So let's get her loaded up with some. We're going to use some original black powder on this, and probably takes a number 10 Remington cap, I'm going to guess, but we'll be taking into that. So let's get this gun loaded up. So we're going to run a dry patch through this barrel here, just to make sure we haven't got any excess oil or anything in there, or see how the rust situation comes out. Not sure what the twist rate on this barrel is. I should check that sometime. Well, that's looking good. So I think we can dump some powder down there. Should be okay. We probably should snap a cap to make sure that our nipple here is clean. This was basically new, so I'm not seeing any signs of oil dripping out of it or anything. I think we'll load her up and just shoot it that way, see how it goes. So about 20 grains of the GoX in there, and that instead of a 390, we're going to use a 380 to start with. Go down a little easier, and we'll just see where we're at with that. And then if we feel we got a little extra margin for some extra room in there, then we'll go to a 390 and we'll shoot a few of these and see how they run. So let's get some powder dumped down here and load her up. Well, we got a 1.6 cc lead dipper, and that throws about 24 or 25 grains of our 3F. So I think that's what we're going to use for powder charge. And here's our lube mixture that we've got going on, and it works pretty well in my 36 and 44 caliber percussion gun. So I think I'll stick with that. I'll grab a patch here and just kind of smear that around on top of that. Because I've read enough for the old timers, we're using whale oil and a lot of different combinations that they had on their menu, and some of those we don't have today. Okay, so we're going to put that on top here, and let's grab a 380. thing, but I think I can work with this longer one up here. I'll cheat a little bit and use a hammer. See if we can go wider a little bit. And that's going down. Probably too easy. That'll be a little loose and well, it's not going to come out, of course, but double check here to make sure we're loaded up. Yep. Sometimes folks will make a mark on their loading rod, then we can do that here. Might stick on there for a day or so anyway. Now we can tell when we're loaded, and then they'll make another mark. But it goes all the way down to the breech plug. That nipple looked large to me. I didn't see where I was going to get a cap on it, so actually walking on the way into the house I had number 10 cap because I was going to go down and grind it down to fit a number 10 cap, and here's my number 10 cap, if we can see that. Yeah, I'm not pushing on it now. It goes on maybe about a third of the way. It sticks on there. Here's another one. Okay, those are number 10 Remingtons, and these are new. Probably about a year, maybe 2 years old at the most. You drop those back in the box. And we've got some number 11s that we've had, I don't know how long, maybe, I suppose it could be 10 years, I'm not sure. Grab one of those, because that should be just the right size then, right? Now look at that, I can't even get it started. Try another one. Maybe that one was dented. I don't think so though. Let's try another one here. And that one just started, but I can't get it even a third of the way without really shoving on it. I mean, it might get a third, but definitely not any bigger, so go figure. Anyway, I'm going to take a little bit off of this so it'll fit the number 11s. I figured for sure when the 10 slid on a third of the way, the 11s would be just right, but the 11 is not doing it, so I am going to grind a little bit off of that nipple so that they'll fit on there just a tad better than that. That's not far enough down for me. Alright, so we took and just kind of shined that up a little bit with a file. Turn something that turns it, of course. That fits just like we like it. Of course, as we were doing that, the brain cell lit up and said, you know, you got those homemade percussion caps, you know, the ones that you think caused those 2 chain fires last year in your percussion guns, and you could just use those up. See if this will open up here. See if I got what I got in this thing. Yeah, right. I think we're going to do these and save on these. That's what we're going to do. Our first shot. $7.98. Use it on the paper. I think there's maybe a dot there to the right. Where else is my writing? Well, I believe I got a hole there. Okay. Let's load her up again. Alright, same load as our first shot. $10.18. And we got a different spot on the target too. Let's load up a third one. I think the rain is coming. 9:36. Well, we've got a nice rain coming down. We sure needed it. Let's clear it off now. There's absolutely no wind, so let's see if we shoot a few more at this target. Had to post a different one, of course, because the rain pretty much took out the last one. But you know, we were hitting pretty close to the center mark there, I think. So we'll fire a few more and kind of see how they go. Okay, here's our target, 6 shots. Shot number 4 was with a 380. Well, actually 1, 2, 3, and 4 were with a 380 round ball, but I did switch to a 15,000th pillow ticking patch on that, and it was really a loose fit. So I'm thinking that might be the reason for this one over here. I mean, I could have pulled it too. But our first shot was here. I think number 2 up in here someplace. Number 3, and this was number 4. And we switched to a 390 ball with our 15,000 pillow ticking, and I think we shot, I don't know if it was here in this spot here, and this was our very last shot. So I got 4 of them in here, and I'm not thinking I got to change too much on that sight picture. I don't have a notch or anything in that rear sight. We can get it there so we can take a look at it. And I'm just looking at the blade on the front. So I don't really have any way of getting exactly the height that I want. I just stick a little bit of the front silver sight up here until I can just see it in the rear, just above the center point of the rear sight. You know, I can drive that sight over just a little bit to the right on that dovetail if I need to, or I can move this one over a little bit to the left. I'd rather move the rear sight, I think. I might could cut a notch in it too that'd be just a tad off center, but I think we're gonna call that good enough. And certainly this Green River barrel is doing its job along with our siler lock and everything else. So I think what we'll do here is set up a couple tin cans and see if we can put a couple holes in them. Okay, we got a couple pop cans downrange there, 21 yards I think. Let's see if we can get these with the old muzzle loading cap lock pistol. Well, we're roll for 1. And now we're 1 for 2. though. There's why I was moving a little bit. Got a nick right there, and it drained the water out. So it wasn't actually a miss. Okay, 3 for 4. You can call that nick a hit, which I guess we can. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way this gun shoots and looks. Here's our patches. We just picked up a few that were down range, or I suppose 20 feet from the we're shooting here. And I'm seeing no signs of any blow through on these things. So these are a very thick patch, but I think that barrel's doing a good job and our lube is doing a good job. So everything is good, and we're kind of happy that we shot this gun for the first time on a 4th of July, 2023.